Hey there, my little fellers. I am back once again for the final list until I beat Sekiro. The Dark Souls 1 tier list. Um, we got some bosses, but we got different like tiers with this guy. There's like reskin, beta chaos, doo-doo, bad, adequate, great, the Dark Souls of Dark Souls. Yeah. Um, we'll just start. It's Dark Souls, whatever. Asylum Demon. I think for a first boss, it's fine. I think it's more just nostalgic why people love it so much. But as an actual boss, it's adequate. It's mainly for the diving down, like the overhead attack and just like all that. But other than that, it's not that special. It does look cool, kind of, and goddamn, he do have a dumpy Torse Demon. I think this is a better boss. Wait, does it have the same theme? Whatever. I don't think it does. But I think it has a better theme, a cooler look, a better weapon. While a rarer one, but it's really good. And I think the actual diving attack is I think it's better done than the Asylum Demon because you kind of do it unawareingly, and you have to be aware of your surroundings. With the Torse Demon, with those skeletons with the crossbows, I think that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's still adequate. It's not great, but I actually enjoy this fight. I don't just like gloss over it to like the Asylum Demon. Bell Gargoyles. I think this is like kind of an overrated boss, but I think the theme is pretty good. It's okay. I don't think it's that good, but it's okay. The challenge, maybe for a first-time Soulsborne player, it's hard, but coming from Dark Souls 3 and with a lot of hours under my boot, this guy was a joke, and still is a joke. But I still think it's a great boss. I think it's a great learning curve. People say this is when the real Soulsborne begins, like Dark Souls experience begins. They say that for almost every boss after this guy, except for... I mean, Capra Demon's the hardest one until Smo. Orange Student Smo. I guess you can argue Sif, maybe. But we'll go back to them. But Bell Gargoyles, progressing is good, I guess. I'm glad you get to speak with that guy who, like, hey, if you fuck up with a relationship, basically, if you have a bad relationship, you can fix it. So, I guess that's cool. Other than that, I guess the weapon's also cool, but it's not... I never tried it. I heard it's not that good, though. Doo-doo. The Moonlight Butterfly, the only good thing about it is its design and its theme. Other than that, it's just kind of a waste of your time. I don't even know. Do you even get anything from her? Is she even required? Are they even required? I don't know. I don't know, man. Wait. Oh, this is gonna only play for a bit. I guess, well, I'll find a new theme, whatever. Capra Demon. I'm gonna put it in bad, mainly for the fact... I'm gonna put it, like, at the back of bad. Like, I don't think it's as bad as Moonlight Butterfly. Now, who am I? The theme is unique. The arena is ass. The dogs are... Why do you need them? Why did you put them there? They're obnoxious. The Capra Demon is obnoxious. I one-shot this boss, though. Thankfully. Thank God. Maybe not in the playthrough that I did him in, but, like, my first time playing it, I one-shot him. But I don't think he's good. You know what? No, I'm putting him in doo-doo. I don't think... Okay. Hold a minute. Okay. Back to the list. Gaping Dragon. I love the arena. The theme I don't remember that much at all. I don't even remember the main melody. His design is one of my favorites. It's so disgusting, but cool, but disgusting. And the intro, like, cutscene is really good. I love it. But it's a little too easy. You do get one of the best weapons from it. and I really do enjoy the fight, but I don't think I can consciously put it in great objectively. Well, not even objectively. Technically, every single thing I put is subjective. I can put this in for my own little reasons, and it technically can be correct because there's no objective placement. Quelaag. I don't like it as much as Gaping Dragon, but I think her lore is better. I didn't touch on any of these guys' lore because they basically have none. Maybe a little, but that's less of them as an actual character. Quelaag has good lore. I'm not going to get into it. I think her fight balance-wise is good. She's not that hard. A lot of these guys are not that hard, really. The arena's kind of cool. The fact that it's the end of goddamn Blighttown. I mean, it's not that you'll never come back to the place, but goddamn. I'm gonna put her above Gaping Dragon. I'd say at top of adequate. I wouldn't put her in great. If I put this guy in great, but that's because of how iconic these guys are. And I guess these guys are also iconic, including Capra Demon. Maybe less of Capra Demon, but more of these three. Not Taurus Demon. Taurus Demon is one of the most forgettable. Ceaseless Discharge. His lore is sad. It's a gimmick fight that doesn't do much, but I guess it's cool, kind of satisfying. But in a different spectrum, not in the Dark Souls way, like a gimmick boss way in another game. But it's bad. His lore is good. I don't even know the theme because he killed him so fast. At least it's not infuriating and dumb like these two. At least it played. Yeah. Sif. Great lore. Great cutscene at the beginning. I love it that you can change based on what you did. If you did the DLC first, for some godforsaken reason, I don't know why you would do that before Sif. I guess you love torture, but the actual fight is really, really fun. I really do enjoy the fight. The theme is one of the most iconic and one of the best in the game. This is great. I wouldn't put it in Dark Souls because I do think the fight itself could have been better. I really think it could have. It was still a little easy for me, but it was really fun, and it's so sad that you had to put her down. I think it's a her. I think Sif's a her, as I'm pretty sure, but it's sad, but you get over it. Iron Golem. I think it's Iron Golem. It's the end of one of my least favorite areas. It is one of the best areas, and I do love it, but it's not the best boss. It's super easy. It's a little gimmicky in its own right. It's not bad. I'll put it here. It's not as boring as Asylum Demon. At least it looks cool. I don't think you can get the weapon though from him, sadly. Well, actually, I don't care because it looks boring anyways. Theme again, I do not remember. Yeah. Arenas. Well, I mean, I guess the arena is good. It's not bad. Especially since its main function is to actually sometimes get him to fall off. Which makes the fight even more pathetic. But it's not boring. It's technically not bad. I don't know the lore of it. Whatever. It's a whatever boss. It's not as boring as Asylum Demon. The only reason I put Asylum Demon inadequate is the fact that it's usually most people's first boss into Soulsborne. Yeah, the first boss to this game, which usually automatically makes me want to put it up. Ornstein and Smell. I do they're either one of the most overrated bosses or either perfectly rated or sometimes slightly underrated, but it's I don't know. I will put them in the Dark Souls, but in the back there. I think their theme is great. I think the area that led up to them is great. I think the difficulty and balancing is great, while it does include just a lot of running and then just dodging. The balancing is good, the theme is good, the design is good, the fact that who you kill first will then make do for a different second phase. I like that. I'm not sure about the fact that you get a different item depending of who you kill last. It is I guess. Sure. and the reward at the end with both Mommy and the Lord Vessel. So it's just a good fight. I don't know what more do you want. The only thing I wished there was more of was lore. I wish there was more lore about mainly Smough. Ornstein, you get more of Ornstein at least at the in Dark Souls 3, which really carries him. People say, wait, isn't it like, I heard somewhere that like technically the Ornstein we fight isn't the real Ornstein, it's more like a projection as well. I don't know. Nor do I care. Straight demon. It's a reskin. That's it. I guess I like the fact that you had to fight him when you go right back to the old asylum, and you get to refight him like with the wall, with the floor collapsing. I guess that's kind of cool, and the difficulty technically isn't bad. It's better than the asylum demon. The actual fight itself isn't as boring. Other than that, it's just a reskin. Priscilla, I found her boring. As an actual fight, it's bad. I don't like. It's a gimmick. I'm gonna put her in adequate. Her arena is, again, it doesn't really matter the arena. The fight's so stinking easy because you could see the footprints like with her snow. Because she goes invisible, and you would see the footprints of her like her feet while she walks around in the snow, and you just hit her. And I guess her tail does drop the Priscilla's dagger, which I heard is pretty good. The theme, I don't know. I one-shot this boss. Her lore is decent, and the area that came before her is also pretty good. Other than that, yeah. Wait. Okay. Pinwheel. Bad. But better than... I'm gonna put him better than Ceaseless Discharge just because of joke reasons. I like his design. I heard the lore is pretty good. The theme is actually, I don't hate it. And yes, I actually looked up his theme, not because I let him stay alive long enough for me to enjoy it. Because his gimmicks, his actual like attacks are pretty like cool looking, and like it seemed fun. If only he was stronger. But this is seriously one it. Seriously, like, why would you put such a weak boss at the end of such a hard area? I don't get it. The arena's cool, everything is good except for actual gameplay, but the gameplay is so memeable. I'm gonna put him above Ceaseless Discharge. Gravelord Nito. Great design, great weapon. Meh arena, meh as an actual fight, it's not that good. But great lore, great design. Theme, I don't remember much. Here. Put him here. He is either overhated or overrated. Like, some people do really overhype him, but I think... and I guess the intro design's pretty cool. I do like it that you can see him before you actually fight him sometimes. If you like, I think if it's in the catacombs, you can go in this little, I guess sarcophagus? I did the tombstone. Not tombstone, you know what I mean. Casket. You go there. And then you can see him, but before he awakens, so you can take his sword. It won't make him lose his sword, though, somehow. But, and the sword's pretty freaking good. It is really good. Love it. Love it. But his design's cool, lore's cool, yada, yada, yada. Arenas, okay, maybe... I do hate the fact that when you drop, you do lose health, like inevitable health, and quite a bit. Whatever. Put him here. Again, he's not boring like these guys. Taurus Demon's not that boring. And I guess Iron Golem is not that boring either, but who cares? 4 Kings. Lore, I'm not 100% sure about what it is, but like, I know it's better than most Dark Souls 1 bosses, because a lot of them aren't like great. The actual fight, where it comes to the skill check and the DPS check, is a great thing. The arena, I love the arena. I love the gimmicks of the fight. I love the, I guess the cutscene isn't much, but I don't know. And their designs are cool with their weapons, and their attacks are cool. It's just, I'm gonna put them here. It's a really good fight, really fun fight. I don't think it's better than Sif, mainly because of Sif's other qualities. Like, the arena I wouldn't say is better, but I do like Sif's I guess design is just a wolf with a sword, but like that's look at it. The theme is better with Sif. I think her lore is way better than the Four Kings, and I think it's like it's similar when it comes to the skill check, and it's really sad. Reskin, but I think worse than Stray Demon because I really don't know why people. I mean, I guess the lore is a little better. Other than that, I don't care. Centipede Demon. The beginning cutscene's really cool. The arena is terrible. The actual enemy itself, who cares? It's not a bad actual, like, boss, but if it was in a better arena, it would have been so much better. And I do like the ring that you get from it. Yeah. Beta Chaos. Beta Chaos tier. It is the worst boss in FromSoft. Like people say, what about Royal Red Vanguard? Or what about other reskins? And what about... Blaney up. I'm joking. Beta Chaos is without a doubt one of, if not the worst boss in all of FromSoft history, and I wouldn't. Maybe it's my least favorite, but like Amygdala and Mikolash. Mainly Amygdala. I hate Amygdala more than Mikolash, but I know Mikolash is worse. But I hate Amygdala so much. Oh yeah, Gravetender Great Wolf. Yeah, I hate that one too. Crystal Sage, I fucking hate that too. It sucks. And there's so many bosses in Elden Ring that I think are I just hate so much. Like Melania. I really hate Melania. I don't think she's a good boss. Whatever. This is Beta Chaos. Good lore. I actually like the design. I like the intro to the boss fight with like the slide down. But it's way too long of a run back. The design of the fight is wrong in every single conceivable way that you can put it. Way too much damage. The fact that you can fall and die. The platforming is garbage, and you slip off of the tiniest little corners. It's so annoying, and I hate it. It is garbage, and the worst boss in the entire series. Literally, it's like the lore is good, and I get that, and I feel like, hey, if people say it's not the worst, then fine. The lore does kind of carry the Beta Chaos. But the thing is, you can also make the argument that for such a good lore, the boss to represent that lore is garbage. Gwendolyn. Shit boss. Good lore. Good theme, even though I think it's the exact same as the Moonlight Butterflies. But that's a good theme. Their design is pretty cool. I don't remember the weapon you get from that. I think it's the bow. I think the hat maybe. I don't remember. Bad. It's still bad, but like the cutscene is cool. The impact of Gwendolyn, like the lore of Gwendolyn, is really good. I think the build-up's pretty good too. You can also just choose not to fight them. And just I think join a covenant or something like that. I don't know. Seath. Yeah, I guess I didn't put design into a very big spectrum for a lot of these guys. Love the design. Love it. Yes. Meh. 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 Yes. 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 Yeah, it's pretty good. Yes. No. Yesn't. Yes. Fuck you. There we go. Okay, so Seath the Scaleless. I love this design. I think it's probably one of my favorite designs on the list next to... I'm gonna put it in great. Now let me tell you why. 1. It gives you one of my favorite weapons in the game. Yes, that makes me biased, and yes, I am using a biased opinion here. Not even an opinion, just like a thought. My thoughts. I love the Moonlight Greatsword. Maybe not the strongest in this game, but I do love it still. The theme is unique. It's not amazing, but I think it's unique. The gimmick of the crystal is kind of unique. I don't know if you're supposed to break it with your own sword, because I made him fire at it on his own based on my guide, because I wanted to finish the game quick, because I was about to get Bloodborne. I'm like, hey, I want to finish this game quick. Also, I heard that you can fuck up a lot more in Dark Souls 1, so I was more afraid of messing up my run. And just, I didn't want my experience to be very bad. So, I think his lore is one of my favorites. I do love the lore. His design's cool. The spells. Though, Yes, the Crystal Cave or Crystal Cove, I don't remember, is not good. But I do love the spectacle, and I do like the Duke's Archives, even though a lot of people hate it. I do love his lore. The entrance, the cutscene is also, again, pretty cool. I just think I guess I wish the fight was better. I wish the fight was better, but other than that, I think it's better than at least Quelaag. I'm gonna put him in the bottom of great. I just wish the fight was better. Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. Lore is one of the best in the entire series. Theme, one of the best, if not the best in the entire series. Yes, it may not sound as good as, say, like Midir, Gale, Ludwig, Soul Cinder, Gehrman. Well, Gehrman you can argue. But it's like the sorrow and what it impacts that really makes it good. And the fact of what it represents. And the fact that he is the only boss that you can parry. People you can probably parry, like, possibly parry. It's like Quelaag. It'd be funny if Sif, you can parry Sif. It'd be funny. Maybe the Gargoyles. Ornstein. Maybe Priscilla. Like these guys. Capra Demon. But he has 2 weapons. Oh, yeah, Artorias, who we're gonna mention later. But that would make the fight way too easy. I think the fact that you can parry him, like, as an actual fight, it's not that great. He's a little too fast when you don't parry him, which is what I did. I never got good at parrying. I never parried a single goddamn enemy before I fought him. I'm like, let me try parrying. I died, and I'm like, yeah, no, fuck that. So I fought him regularly, and I beat him. So his lore, S. His weapon, great. I like his weapon. Even though you don't get it until you beat the game, but I don't care about that. His design is really iconic, really good. It's just like, I'm gonna put him above Sif. The gameplay may not be as good as Sif, but again, the fact that you can parry him, the fact that he's so pathetic, just really hits different. Not like fucking a lot of other bosses. Sanctuary Guardian. I think it's a great introduction to the DLC. I think it does have a little too little health, but I love the very aggressive nature of it. I love his design. The weapon you get from it, I find it more of a joke weapon, but like it's not. I don't know if it's good or bad. I just never cared. I'm gonna put him right here. I think the arena's also really good. I don't know the theme that well, but it's like very unique, and I really do enjoy the fight. But it's kind of technically a whatever boss. But yeah. Knight Artorias. It honestly surprised me that this was the second boss of the DLC, because I thought it'd either be the third or the last one, but no, it's the second one. Guaranteed. This is the best boss in the game. Not only is this the best boss in the game, I think it's one of the best bosses in the series. I think, to me, and listen here, I think it's the best boss in the Dark Souls trilogy. I think it's better than Slave Knight Gale. Berate me if you want. I think Artorias, the design is one of my favorites in the entire series. I think his armor is really cool. His weapon is one of the most iconic in the entire series. It also looks really cool. His movesets is also one of my favorites in the entire game. It's super fast-paced, and he's really difficult. The most difficult boss for me. I wouldn't say it's the most difficult boss in this game, because it is kind of like split between Artorias, ONS, and someone else. Oh yeah, I guess these 2 guys. But I think Artorias' lore is one of the best in this series. Like the Soulsborne. I'm talking about the Soulsborne series. His connection with Sif, his impact on the world, especially in Dark Souls 3, is shown and reflected in both the base game and the Dark Souls 3. I love it. Love his design, love his character, love his everything. There's not other than maybe one hitbox when he does like a diving attack, not when he does the flip, but the diving attack, that hitbox can be a little weird, but I love this boss. Great boss. No flaws, other than dark things that are just a genuine problem with the earlier games. Listen guys, just wait one. Okay, but to Calamite, my meat, my meat, oh my god. This is also an S tier. I think, what the fuck? Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's put it. I think the theme is better than Ornstein and Snow. I think the difficulty in balancing is better than Ornstein and Snow. Maybe not like when you fight them. Like when you fight these guys, it's more of a test. It is the test of the game. It's like, hey. Look, it's the test of your AP exam, like an AP unit test, and you've been cheating the whole semester. So it's like, you gotta get good, boy. Now. You should kill yourself now. But Calamite, I think, is harder. I think his design is cooler. I think the ring is like unique, but that doesn't add anything. I think the build up to the fight, I think, is pitch perfect. The theme where Go, I think that's his name, Go, I think it's Go, shoots down Calamite. Boom! Blind motherfucker, beat this man. I think the theme's better. The arena, I like it more than these guys. I guess when the fight's done, I don't think you get anything out of it that much. Oh yeah. When he cut off his tail, you get my favorite weapon in the game. But Moonlight Greatsword is my favorite weapon in all the games, but in Dark Souls 1, I don't care for it that much. I guess that contradicts what I said about Seath earlier, but whatever. Like, this is my favorite weapon in the game. It actually is kind of a hassle to get that tail. I do think, like, as a fight, it is kind of overhyped when it comes to difficulty. You know what? I'm gonna put him above him, mainly because I think the balancing is better. I think the build-up's better. I think the arena's better, and I think the theme's better. Like, all for all, I think it's better. I just think that their area, that Ornstein and like their iconicness, and their balancing is actually basically the same with each other. Like, they're just as good as each other. It's just that these guys are more iconic with a better like area leading up to them, and a better prize. Other than that, though, I think Calamite, you can change these guys, but they're not technically that similar. Like, they're not comparable really as a boss. And Manus, I think, is an underrated boss. I think an underrated gem. Just like I don't know. I guess Aquamarine. Sure. Fuck it. It's the hardest boss in the game. I believe that 100% wholeheartedly. I think his design is one of my favorites in the game. I like it as much as Ornstein, maybe not Ornstein, Artorias almost as much. I like it almost as much as Calamite as well. It looks really cool. I think the lore is good enough to be like informative, but also mysterious with like how he functions and how he came to be with his humanity running loose. Very similar to another like, it doesn't matter. But like, he is the father of the abyss, exactly what it says. He is very hard. His weapon's really good, really cool. One of the better weapons in the game, especially if you're doing dark build. Wait. Yeah. So arena's cool. A lot of people say, yeah, he blends too much with the background. It wasn't that big of a deal for me. I think his arena's good still. I think the build-up's is also really good, really ominous. Like, you almost know what you're gonna go up against, but it's like, yeah. I just think he is like a little too fast, and I don't know, something about it's just not giving it that extra spark like some of these other guys. He doesn't have the iconicness of Ornstein. He does have the build-up of Calamite, but he doesn't have the theme or the arena design of Calamite, so it's just like, yeah. So, and he just doesn't have the lore as good as Artorias. I think it's better than these two guys, like Manus' lore, but it's just not as good. Like, it's just like, he has something missing that some of these guys just have better than Manus, but he's still, I think, such a good boss. I think he's really good, and I think he's underrated. Okay, that's my list. Yeah, I literally got nothing else to say. I will probably, most likely, get back to my Dark Souls 1 Remastered playthrough after this video. I think you guys will enjoy it. I gotta do the fucking outro thing. And if you do like this video, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, fucking do whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Excuse me. But here's the list. Artorias is better than Slave Negio. Fuck off. Oh, y'all.